ribbon cutting, we're going to be using these scissors. And in 1988, these same scissors were used to cut the ribbon to the building that you just walked through. So today it is our delight to be using the same scissors for the ribbon cutting. So now I'd like to invite all the officers to step up with me in the ribbon cutting.
Close together. Close.
Okay, ready? Should we do a countdown? 1, 2, 3.
Project has been a long time in the making, but we're very excited to have it finally complete, and it has certainly turned out beautifully.
As the alumni from 1959 hold up the items placed in the time capsule 32 years ago, I will try and describe what they're being fully up. So, here we go. Let's see if we can get it open.
Yeah, how did you get this open?
Yeah, let's...
Do you remember?
Okay,
just a second. Oh, wait a minute. Well, this hole is a little bit smaller than the
Looks like something big.
Oh, it's not so big. It's just kind of bigger than the hole. Come on. Gosh, more hands.
There she goes. What is it?
Esquire. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great?
here's the top. I'm Drew Coleman, the Vice President of Finance, and the first thing we're going to be putting in is this copy of this year's 2001-2002 budget for service and activities, the Constitution and bylaws of the 2001-2002 ASTCC, and a copy of the latest Senate meeting agenda, for starters. We have
Governor Locke's tour through TCC. December 14th, 2001, Governor of Washington State, Gary Locke, and staff visited Tacoma Community College after removing the multi-million-dollar pause on TCC building funds spurred by the September 11th tragedy.
The first thing Governor Locke observes is how narrow the hallway is and how crammed it must get when the students leave the classrooms. Alex Borstein, seen here, explains the classroom's history.
You know, as I drove down here and as I woke this morning in Seattle, I don't know about over here, but in Seattle, I watched the sun as it lay on the horizon and it was peeking up trying to decide what to put on. And at first it seemed not to move, but then slowly stood, and her decision was obvious. For just a moment, she put on her most brilliant attire. Against her glowing copper skin, she wore her orange silk dress with her gold sequin jacket. And she stretched her long yellow gloves towards the skies and circled her sparkling smile with a bright red wide-brimmed hat. And then the clouds came riding in all puffed and proud on the wind's chariot, and the raindrops put on their slickers, and they were out there waiting to tap dance now on top of everything.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and why it is necessary to remember, celebrate, and act or have actions on the day of Martin Luther King.
Well, let me just tell you a little bit about myself first, and then I'll answer the second part. I am a poet laureate for King County now. I served as a poet laureate for Seattle for about 5 years. I do a lot of writing. I have 2 books in the stores, A Color of Culture and The Color of Culture 2, and the new CD, Poetry Dancing on Music. I'm about the country most of the time, talking to colleges and universities and conventions and so forth, really kind of enjoying life. But there's a purpose in what I do, and I'm always joyful to be able to talk about Martin Luther King, because he is one of the leaders, the historical leaders that I kind of honor, and not kind of honor, I truly honor, because of all of that which he did for just even me personally as an African American person living in this country. He had a dream, and I try to, as much as I can, kind of adhere to that dream about being good to yourself and to others, to respecting and embracing other people and their cultures and their differences. So I think that this is a time for Martin Luther King's birthday to have a little reflection on what he stood for, and then to make a plan about acting on that dream that he had for us.
How long ago has it been since you been at TCC?
Over 30 years.
30 years.
30 years, man. Can you imagine?
What did you do while you were here?
A number of things. One, I was president of the BSU, or OB Society, which is Swahili for Black, and also on the student government. So I'm pictured here as this is a member of our cabinet as student government, and here at one of the student government meetings, and as a representative from the OB Society. So we were about change, and so the campuses would be safe, and the environment would be so that everybody has a chance to learn and get a piece of the American dream.
This is Jessica Turner from the Challenge newspaper, and you're watching What's Up College Edition.